Hi, third graders. My name's Mrs. Thellmann, and I'm so excited to have you in our class this year. In just about a week, we're going to have our first day of school where we're going to read so many great books and play a bunch of fun games to get to know each other and our new classroom. But before then, I would like to read you a book today before we even get to meet in person. And that book is called The Exceptionally Extraordinarily Ordinary First Day of School. And this book was written by Albert Lorenz. Do you think our first day might be anything like the first day in this book? I don't know. Let's read and find out. Welcome back to school, everyone, said Mrs. Dewey, the librarian. What do you think about our new murals that were finished over the summer? Before we discuss them, let's all welcome our new classmate. John, where did you move from? And how do you like our school so far? Well, I came from pretty far away. We had to travel down crocodile-infested rivers, fly in a hot air balloon across a vast jungle filled with wild beasts, and then hire a car just to get here, said John. But I like it. It's ordinary enough. That's what my family is looking for. Ordinary. This is pretty similar to my old school, especially after my uncle painted these murals. And you'll see all along the library walls are large pieces of art that were painted, and that's what a mural is. It's a large piece of art on the wall. Did he? Asked Mrs. Dewey. They seem so lifelike. Tell us what an ordinary day was like at your old school. Well, here I walked to school, whereas before I had to take the bus, and it was always a rowdy scene. Does that look like your bus at all? I don't know. This place looks pretty new, continued John. My school was really, really old and kind of a hangout for ravens. It could be sort of messy. And I guess it would be messy with all those birds or ravens flying above. Our teachers welcomed us on the first day of school, just like here, but sometimes they would make us sort of nervous. All the growling and lip smacking. There was always a kid or two missing. Who didn't come back after a day or two. You mean they transferred? Asked Mrs. Dewey. Well, you can call it that, said John. We called it passing on. What kind of class did you take, John? Asked Mrs. Dewey with a puzzled look on her face. Interesting mouths we have there with the teachers. I don't know if you're noticing any details there that might be different than our teachers. In our natural science class, continued John, we saw a lot of nature close up. Extremely close up. Because Mr. Origins didn't believe in cages. We had to be extra careful not to get droppings on our tests. Yikes! Look at all those animals flying around. Oh. History was my favorite class, said John. Mrs. Oldentime said the best way to understand history was to meet and talk to the people who made it. So she introduced us to a lot of people. I'm wondering if you recognize anyone in this picture. In bands, continued John, the music seemed to come to life, and the instruments too. Wow. And what about the food in the cafeteria? Asked a kid. Delicious, exclaimed John. Though sometimes sort of sad because we might eat what we studied in science that day. Oh my. Some of the things on the menu here are bug salad with crunchy wiggly worms, fish sketty with gooey algae sauce. And for dessert, squirmy cricket delight. And if you're thirsty, salamander soda. Ooh, good? No. And what did you study in English class? Asked Mrs. Dewey with a frown. English was always rockin', answered John. The characters and places flew off the page, although sometimes they would rearrange themselves in stories, and that made it hard on test time. A little chaotic that classroom is. Wow. Computer class was pretty basic, said John. Just programming and stuff. During recess, continued John, we would race horses, bungee jump, and parasail. It was great fun. I don't think we'll be doing any of those things at our recess, but we do have that new playground to look forward to. Mrs. Modish, our art teacher, believed in freestyle art, said John, which always made a great splash on Parents' Night. Oh, that's an idea for our Parents' Night. What do you think, parents? Once a year, we went on a field trip, said John. We went to the zoo last year, said a girl sitting nearby. Oh, that sounds like fun, responded John. We never went any place with animals or anything interesting like that. Ugh, definitely not an interesting field trip, is it? Well, John, that was an extraordinary place, your school, said Mrs. Dewey. It was too extraordinary, said John. I'm game for just plain ordinary. Uh-oh, I don't think my uncle agrees with me. And I'm going to give you a hint. If you look at this picture, there is something on the wall that's saying, grrr. When school was out, John walked home just like the other ordinary students, though a lot of them appeared to be running pretty fast. How was your first day, honey? Did they like Uncle Fresco's murals? Asked Mom. They did, I think, at first. The librarian wanted me to tell everyone about my old school, said John. Did you tell her in the class how great your school was? Asked his mom. I tried, but Mrs. Dewey and the kids suddenly all ran away. Can't Uncle Fresco paint a still life sometimes? And we got some crazy hairstyles going on there. And that's the end of our book. Now, this was a really silly story. And I have to tell you, our day will not be anything hectic or chaotic like John's day, but it will definitely be something to look forward to, because you and I and all the rest of your classmates are going to do so many fun things together and get to know each other better, and it's just going to be a wonderful day and an even better year. So before the first day, make sure to get lots of sleep. The night before, eat a big breakfast. You have lots of energy for all the fun things we have planned. And I can't wait to meet you in just about a week. I'll see you then. Bye.